How is it going, Data Bytes? Is No Data here, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Roblox Assassin. And welcome to this month's training video, ladies and gentlemen. I did say that I am trying to do these training videos once every month, so this is the trading video for the month of March. So yeah, really not too much to say about it. We're going to be doing yet another trading video. As always, I am going to show my inventory beforehand. So this is my inventory at the moment. Now, you'll notice that it looks significantly smaller. And the reason for that is because I traded for a Champion Axe 2. I did not document that trade. I wasn't like recording while doing the trade or anything, but I did trade for another Champion Axe 2. And basically most of the trade was most of my Dreamwalkers, most of my Northern Stars. I had like 10 of these each. Traded most of them away. Most of my Grim Sights, I only have one Grim Scythe now. Pretty much all my Vampires, I used to have like 44 of them. Traded all those away. Most of my Elegant Blades and Skeleton Kings, I did have some duplicates of Elegant Blades and Skeleton Kings, and now they are not there. I have one of each, which is kind of a shame. Honestly, I kind of miss having duplicate Skeleton Kings, so I might try and get a Skeleton King in this video. But yeah, you can see I traded away a lot of my stuff for Champion Axe 2. Am I going to trade this away yet? Probably not. I do have a couple of ideas of what I want to do with this extra Champion Axe 2, but I'm just going to keep it in my inventory for now. But I'm definitely going to trade it away at some point. It's not going to be like my other champion weapons where I'm definitely like going to keep these. Like, I'm going to keep my Champion Blade. I'm going to keep my Void Champion. I'm going to keep this. This second Champion Axe 2 definitely going to be traded away at some point. Because obviously, you know, the point of having a duplicate of a knife is to trade it away at some point. The only exception to that would probably be my purples. I just like having a big stack of purples. But other than that, the point of getting a duplicate item is to trade it away. So yeah, definitely going to trade away this Champion Axe 2 at some point. Probably not in this video, and probably not for a while. But it is there, so just want to let you guys know, because that is a pretty big deal, having another champion weapon. But yeah, for now, we're probably just going to trade. I'm going to try and get more tier 4s. You'll see that I'm kind of low on them. I only have like 2 Krampuses, 2 Spring Sabers, one of these. Kind of low on tier 4s at the moment, but I have a lot of tier 2s and tier 3s. So I want to see if I can trade those tier 2s and tier 3s away for some tier 4s. So yeah, if you guys are excited for this trading video, then be sure to drop a like on this video. It helps out a whole lot. Also guys, if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe for more assassin videos and giveaways in the future. Now this person does have a Krampus and a Spring Saber, so it would be nice to at least get one of these. I have a lot of possessed axes. It'd be nice to get rid of some. So this right here is about 86. Dragon Breath went up recently actually. It was 8 and now it's 10. I'd imagine that most of those classic tier 2s are going to go up to 10. These are 10. Flame Mace, Bat Sight, Dragon Breath, these are about 10. I'd imagine Electro Saw and Electron are probably going to follow at some point. So yeah, this is about 86 for an 85 Krampus. So if I can get my hands on this Krampus, that would be nice, and then maybe trade for the Spring Saber after. I don't really know. Again, the main goal is kind of just to get rid of these tier 2s and tier 3s for some tier 4s. And I also put in a Gilded Luck because, you know, St. Patrick's Day is coming, so it kind of makes sense to put in a St. Patrick's themed knife, and this is somewhat rare. Nightmare is okay. Neptune has pretty good demand nowadays. It is pretty unique. 22 exotics Neptune, which is quite surprising, especially when you compare it to like the other 1,000 point prize exotics. It's kind of crazy how Neptune is that expensive. But, you know, it is pretty unique. And Possessed Axe, I don't know why Possessed Axe is so much compared to, like, Dragon Breath and Flame Mace and Bat Sight. I guess because it looks similar to Corrupted Axe. I don't know, it's just there's so many axes that Possessed Axe is, like, not that unique anymore. Like back in the day when there was only Possessed and Corrupted, I kind of understood why. But yeah, you can see she accepted, so a pretty good trade here in my personal opinion. So I'm going to go ahead and accept this and get another Krampus. So there we go, we got another Krampus. Exciting stuff. Now I'm gonna see if I could get my hands on that Spring Saber as well. Maybe she'll want to, I don't know. I think I'm gonna hold on to Spring. Okay, that's understandable. I mean, you just traded a Saber, doesn't make sense to trade for another one, but obviously I wanted to get the more expensive Saber. So yeah, I have another Krampus, which is cool. It would be nice if I can take this Krampus and then trade it for a Skeleton King, because you know, Krampus and Skeleton King, they're pretty equal in value, so it would be nice to just get another duplicate Skeleton King and then have 2 Krampuses, 2 Skeleton Kings. And honestly, I feel like Skeleton King has higher demand. Like, they're equal in value, but I feel like Skeleton King is higher in demand. Like, if one of these knives were to go up in value, I feel like Skeleton King would go up in value first. I just feel like it has more demand. I don't know. But Krampus, it does have that sort of like collectability mindset. Like there are people who want to collect all the sabers, so naturally, you know, Krampus is part of that. So if you have stuff like Holiday Saber and Spring Saber, you might feel inclined to trade for Krampus as well, you know what I mean? And yeah, not much else I want to do here. Most of this is just tier 1s. This guy has an Ice Ancient that might be okay to trade for. If I could trade like Energy Slicer for Ice Ancient, that'd be quite ideal. All right, I'll shoot my shot. I'll see if I can trade this Energy Slicer for Ice Ancients, because obviously Ice Ancient's unobtainable, so that would be nice to trade. Boom. Energy Slicer. Would you like to do this trade? This is equal in value, but obviously Ice Ancient's unobtainable. He declined that. That's understandable, I guess. Do I want to add a tier 1 or some tier 1s? Not necessarily. I mean, I already have quite a few Ice Ancients. Yeah, not much going on here. I am going to server jump. But yeah, honestly, that was a pretty good trade. That was a pretty equal trade for Krampus. And again, I am trying to get some more tier 4s. I have a lot of these original dreams. I'm going to see if I can trade these away a little bit more. This guy is a Candy Blade. That's decent demand, I guess. But I feel like the demand has decreased for Candy Blade pretty recently. I don't know. I don't see a lot of people looking for it anymore. A Friezendo. What mythics do I have to potentially trade for Friezendo? Not much. Maybe like a Beam Core. That'd be cool if I could trade a Beam Core, or maybe like an Onyx. This is a good trade, especially with the Time Shop thing. The Onyx could definitely drop in value because of the Time Shop. That's a good trade. That is a win in my book. Ooh, Fire Elemental, Rainbow Seer. These are pretty good mythics nowadays. They have decent demand. Alright, we got Fire Elemental, Corrupted Axe, Possessed Axe. This person probably wants something big-ish. He's probably looking to upgrade. Again, not sure if I want to do that. Kind of trying to get me some of these tier 4s. But this is about 96 exotics, so, I mean, if I wanted to trade for that, I could. And this here would be an equal trade to this. I don't want the Beam Core. Like, the Beam Core is unboxable. I genuinely, like, do not want it in the offer. And I already have a lot of Possessed Axes. Not really looking for it. A 4th Corrupted Axe would be pretty good. Maybe. I don't know. Not really looking for another Corrupted Axe either. That's kind of just another tier 3. And I have a handful of Fire Elementals. So yeah, not really liking this offer right now. Not gonna lie. But I do want to trade away some of these dreams. I feel like it would just be a bit more useful to get rid of some of those and probably get some tier 4s with them. Is your Beam Core from my Behemoth, Steampunk, and Crescendo good? Yo, I might actually just do that offer. Like, straight up, that's kind of a good deal, actually. I don't know, I just feel like mythics are going to even out a lot. Especially with the Time Shop. It's like, they're all relatively 20,000 tokens. They're all relatively the same now, I feel like. This is 20,000 tokens. This is 20,000 tokens. So I feel like I'm kind of just getting extra exotics with this. So I'm getting an extra Steampunk, which is nice. And a Crescendo. And yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I mean, I guess Beam Core has a little bit higher demand, but I genuinely find this to be a victory. That's a good trade, in my opinion. I'm going to take that. All right, pretty good trade on that server. Going to hop on to the next one. Ooh, a Dark Blade. I need a Dark Blade. I need a Dark Blade. I want to craft a Dark Horse. All right, so Spring Saber, about 60 exotics. If I put in a Corrupted Axe, that's 33 right off the bat. And if I put in a Lord Sinister, this is about 62 right here. Not really sure if I want to do this. I feel like Lord Sinister has good demand. Gotta focus more on trading away the things that I have a lot of. All right, so this is about 51. I want to give something worth 10. Or maybe a Friezendo. Ooh, that'd be nice. That'd be nice to trade that away for this. This is exactly 60. Not the best demand. I mean, Electrostar Electron, not the best demand. Replacing Electron's understandable. What do I want to replace Electron with? Maybe one of these, like, Christmas exotics. Maybe. Can I offer a Super Freeze instead? Technically, these are equal, but, like, he doesn't quite want to do the trade yet, but I'm, like, trying to make the trade better, you know? And he also wants to offer Glorious Axe, which is kind of interesting. So for that, I'll probably trade Krampus and probably some other stuff. Because, you know, in hindsight, you really want to go for the top 100 prizes. Those are kind of the best stuff. So I'm definitely, like, willing to trade my tier 4s for a Glorious Axe. All right, so here we have a Glorious Axe. This is how much at the moment? 150. All right, so this is about 85, so that's pretty good. That's a good start. That's a good start. And then this would make it 245, but I doubt he wants another Spring Saber, so I'm not going to put that there. And then something like this is about 165, so overpaying a little bit. Obviously, you kind of have to do that with those top 100 prizes. All right, so this guy wants Champion X2 plus for Void. I don't really want to do that. I mean, it'd be okay, I guess. I have been considering upgrading, but I feel like if I'm going to upgrade, it would probably be to a Champion X1. But obviously, I could conjure up around 200 exotics and then maybe, you know, get a Void Champion. I'm not sure if I really want to do that at the very moment. I don't know. I haven't had plans on doing so. This guy right here is doing a trade. Another Krampus. I could potentially trade for another Krampus. I'm not sure. We'll see what happens. He wants Nightmares, Flame Maces, Bat Sight. I mean, hypothetically, if I give 3 of each, I mean, I could, but I don't know. I'd be a little low on these tier 3s, which again, I guess that's kind of the goal in the long run. I don't know. I kind of want to balance it out a little more. Maybe give some Possessed Axes, you know, maybe a Dragon Breath, and then maybe a Magma, kind of underpaying a little bit, which is a bit of an issue. So I'd potentially have to add another Nightmare for something like that. Replace Magma, maybe with like a Bone Axe. That kind of evens out the trade a little bit more. All right, again, another decent trade, kind of just balancing out things a little bit. But again, not entirely sure if I want to upgrade to a Void Champion. This guy wants to offer for Comp 1, and now I only have one Comp 1, so I really don't want to. Yeah, this is mostly dupes. And even if I did have another Comp 1, I don't know, I just feel like I can get more out of it. And again, I'm kind of trying to get rid of these dreams, not get more of them. So yeah. I'm gonna try and get that Glorious Axe in my hands. I'll feel pretty happy if I can get a solid trade for a top 100 prize. This for Dragon Breath, I'm gonna say no. I feel like Dragon Breath has pretty good demand nowadays. There's like one person hoarding like 200 of them. So I feel like the quantity of Dragon Breath is decreasing pretty quickly. Alright, so we got a Spring Saber here. What if I just trade like this lower? Like I have all these Molten Cores, all these Hollow Axes. I don't know. I want to get rid of some of them. Alright, it'd be cool if I could do a trade like this, because obviously I have a lot of this stuff. And then if I trade a Magma, that would sort of even out my dreams a bit. Because you can see I have one extra Magma, so if I drop that in, that would kind of, you know, balance things out a little bit. Tier 2s. No, not doing that. I'm trying to get rid of some tier 2s, Chief. I should probably start trading some tier 2s for some tier 3s. That'd probably be a pretty good idea. Would you like a Krampus for a Skeleton King? Big brain trader right here. Alright, so we have a Skeleton King offer. This guy is very fun with his Dragon Breath, so I'm going to put 5 there. That's about 50 right then and there. Then if I add a Corrupted Axe, I'll be a pretty even trade, I'd feel like. Alright, cool. So we're getting a nice Skeleton King right here. Trading pretty much all my Dragon Breaths, but you know what? It is what it is. Again, ideally, I'm gonna see if I can trade some of these tier 2s to try to get some tier 3s back, particularly Dragon Breaths, because now I'm kind of out of them. Like, straight up. Do I want a 5th Krampus? Not really sure. Alright, and we have another decent trade right here. Again, mainly just upgrading a lot of my tier 3s for some tier 4s. I should probably go for a Skeleton King instead, honestly. Kind of try to even it out a bit. Alright, yeah, gonna get an S-King instead. Again, I kind of want to even out my Krampuses and Skeleton Kings, and also I feel like this just has better demand, so I'm gonna take this trade instead. Alright, so we are doing pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I have a lot more Krampuses now, which is awesome. And of course, I have some more Skeleton Kings, so I'm kind of starting to restock on my Skeleton Kings. Obviously, I have a lot less tier 3s, which is kind of a shame, but it is what it is. Again, I want to see if I can trade a lot of my tier 2s for some tier 3s. And that would be pretty good, because you can see I have a lot of stuff here. 16 Ultraviolets, 8 Souls, 9 Egg Claymores, 14 Molten Cores, 12 Hollow Axes. We got a lot of stuff here, so I want to see if I can trade away some of those stuff. So if anyone wants to do that, let me know if you want a lot of this stuff, because obviously I have a lot of tier 2s to trade. Obviously, I'm probably not going to get much with the bundles, and I guess these kind of count as tier 2. Not really going to trade bundles, though. I'm aware that you really can't get a lot with bundles. But yeah, hopefully I can trade some of those for some tier 3s and hopefully restock on those tier 3s. As for the Krampuses and Skeleton Kings that I got, I'm going to look to potentially upgrade those for some top 100 prizes. Glorious Axe, Competitor Blade, Elegant Blade. That's kind of the end goal here, to get some Elegant Blades. And then other than that, I did upgrade to a Void Champion, but again, I'm not really sure if I want to do that. My thought process with the Champion X2 is I feel like I'm either going to trade that away for the next top 10 prize. I'm either going to do that, or I might give this away at 250,000 subscribers. 250,000 subscribers, that's 250,000, so that would be pretty reasonable to give away the cheapest champion weapon. But again, in order to get the next top 10 prize, whatever that might be, in order to get the next top 10 prize, I might need to upgrade the Champion X2, because it could be another Void Champion situation where, you know, this champion weapon is more recent, but it ended up being more valuable than the Champion X2. Just because of the lack of seasons, this only had like 3 seasons and this had 5, so that's a considerable difference. So I could potentially trade for a Void Champion, not really looking for one at the very moment, but I feel like if I'm going to upgrade, then I'm probably just going to go for Champion X1 just to be safe, question mark. But again, it kind of depends on the next top 10 weapon and what Prisman kind of does. Like, how many seasons is that champion weapon going to get? I don't really know, so that's kind of some of the factors. I could potentially just upgrade to a Void Champion and that might be enough. Maybe it's going to be in that in-between area where, you know, it's better than Champion X2, but worse than Void Champion. I don't really know. But I feel like I'd probably just want to play it safe and just go for a Champion X. I don't know. That's just kind of my thought process. I feel like I would just go for a Champion X1. So yeah, training for Void Champion, not completely out of the question, but I don't know. I kind of don't want to do it at the moment. Especially considering I was doing something equal and that person wanted to add. Like, okay, if I was just training for a Void Champion, I would understand, like, yeah, okay, I need to overpay. But, like, I'm also trading a champion weapon of my own. Like, I get it. Obviously, you need to overpay for this champion weapon, the Void Champion. Obviously, you gotta overpay for that. But I'm also trading my own champion weapon, which also gets overpay. So it's kind of a weird thing. I don't know. I'm not really good at trading top 10 weapons. Like, I haven't traded a top 10 weapon for another top 10 weapon, you know what I mean? But if I were to do that, I would preferably want it to be a new one that I don't have yet. And this guy has a hearth. I might want to end off this training video getting a hearth. Again, I want to give this away at 125,000, and we're getting pretty close to that. So I don't know. I might shoot my shot and try to get that hearth. Alright, sadly did not get the hearth. I might trade Spring Saber Plus for Hearth at this point, honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna end this video here. I feel like we did a lot of spicy trades. Again, low on tier 3s now, but I mean, that was kind of the plan. Hopefully in the next training video, we could potentially trade some of these tier 2s here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Roblox Assassin. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all those other things that YouTube people do. And I will see you guys in the next video. Stay purple.